Shopify grows your business no matter how far or big you grow. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. Whether you're selling your fans' next favorite shirt or an exclusive piece of podcast merch, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US. Allbirds, Rothy's, Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/income, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/income now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in.
This summer is an excellent time to use our wonderful sponsor, Venue Llama.
VenueLlama.com. It's a new site that tells you everything that you need to know about the venue. Yeah, it's rated by us. It's like Yelp, but for venues.
Yeah, it is where live music fans share helpful insider venue reviews and information based on our own experiences, which that's who I want to get my information from going to a show.
Yeah, so we're all busy this summer going to shows and stuff. You want to go to the Sphere. You want to go to Mondegreen that just happened. What are those venues like?
Yeah, they have an entire breakdown of Dick's Sporting Goods Park up there. All the venues that we all love and go to, rated by fans that know the score. Like, what's the security like? What are the hotels around there like? What's the parking and rideshare thing like? Water policies, bag policies.
Where is there to eat around there? What's the parking like?
So
there's so many things.
Go to VenueLlama.com to sign up for your free Llama account and start rating and sharing your insider venue info today. Llamas can also list their favorite scene-friendly businesses, websites, or podcasts on the Venue Llama Friends page. Go to VenueLlama.com. Check it out. Get yourself some info. Be in the know. You don't want to go without being in the know. VenueLlama.com. ShopTourbus.com. ShopTourbus.com.
And
I'm going to say it 3 times. ShopTourbus.com.
At Shop Tour Bus on Instagram. And what are you going to do there when you get there?
You're going to see the coolest Grateful Dead inspired t-shirts, hoodies, hats, stickers, and otherwise ever created on the digital lot or the real lot anywhere on the planet.
They have been at this for a while, so if you have a favorite song or a favorite song lyric, chances are you're going to find the shirt to match it. I love these every time I wear one of mine.
You're wearing it now.
Yeah, I am wearing one now. It is an icebreaker. People that don't know the Grateful Dead even ask what it is and comment on how cool they are.
Yeah, so get your conversation starter in the form of a t-shirt or hoodie or sticker. And when you get that, you order that, it is going to come to you in a hand-designed box with a bunch of little extras. Some of us might even get a miracle bootleg in that said box.
You might even get a cassette tape with Grateful Dead on it. That's bootlegged, the real thing from Shop Tour Bus. Also, you're getting free shipping. Put in the promo code NoSimpleRoad when you order, and you're getting free shipping from the friends over at Shop Tour Bus. ShopTourBus.com.
No Simple Road. Yeah, here we go.
I know the road that may seem to go on forever and a lifetime.
I like Smooth and Easy. Smooth and Easy's cool.
I like Smooth and Easy,
Whoa,
too.
that wasn't Smooth and Easy.
I like Rough and Hard.
Whoa. All right. Hey now.
It's always
No
one in
Simple
the
Road
bunch.
family. Welcome back to No Simple Road this week. It's Aaron.
An apple.
And Mel.
And we have a very special guest. A very special guest this week.
What kind of special guest?
Little Stranger
Woo!
is back.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome
Little
back.
Stranger.
Yes, that's right.
They are no stranger to us.
No, they are
and
not.
hopefully they are no stranger to you all out there listening to this. Hopefully you're like, hell yeah, they're back on. We love them. They're dope. We've seen them, and
Whoa.
we're going to see them again.
Holy smokes, man.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar, I just love the first thing that comes up on their site, littlestrangermusic.com, is the hip hop Simon and Garfunkel.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you're not familiar, then you don't have social media. That's all I have to say. I could say safely, single-handedly, Little Stranger is responsible for making me love hip hop.
So you know what I'll say? Thank you, Little Stranger, and thank you to Pigeons Playing Ping Pong, because those
Funk and hip hop.
two bands are responsible for opening up your musical, really tightly guarded chest.
Yes.
And I am really grateful to Little Stranger for doing that.
Yeah, it was great to have them back on the show, and it was a blast talking to the guys. They were hanging out in their car, doing the thing.
Yeah, they were on tour, which they tour a whole lot, and you'll hear us talk about it. This was very exciting because they had some new music come out back in end of June. The Sat Around Trippin' album came out, and so you need to check that out, hear this conversation. They had a lot of guests. They just did an amazing tour. Where you'll hear in this interview, they're getting ready to hit the stage at Red Rocks in like a couple
and it
nights
was
from
That
us
show looked
talking
like it
to
was
them.
fucking popping off.
Yeah. There's a few videos on YouTube of it.
Was it Stick Figure that they were on tour with?
Yeah.
Or,
Yep. It was with Stick Figure.
Frasco just happened to be in the front row at Red Rocks.
Yeah, it just happened.
Just happened.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go follow them on the social medias. Go to their website and check out their tour dates. We are going to do the business and get you to this conversation with Little Stranger. Follow No Simple Road at No Simple Road on the social media platforms. Go to our website, buy yourself some NSR merch, sign up
Or-
for tarot reading.
Yeah, book a tarot reading with Aaron and I.
Nobody's done that in a while.
No.
What's wrong with all of you? You could know the future. Mel and I are soothsayers.
Yeah, come on. You're not for the tarot?
Yeah.
You're not for the tarot?
Come on, man. Also, you could sign up for our newsletter, which comes out 2-3 times a year if I feel like it, if I have something really important to tell all of you. Also, you can call 971-808-1524. That is the No Simple
The
Road
Tepid line.
That's
And
right.
I am looking where I should have looked before this.
Well, the
but-
tepid line is where you can leave any ideas, thoughts, stories about whatever you want. And we are going to play one right
That's to say,
now.
we got a trip report, didn't we?
Yep. We got a trip report from John B. from, I think it's from Mondegreen. Let's see.
No Simple Road. Wow. Hey, just
Hey.
wanted to give a little
Whoa.
field report here from Mondegreen. First of all, Apple, Mel, Aaron, have you ever considered that your names spell AMA
Ask me
and
anything.
Yeah.
like Ask Me Anything, and you do a podcast? Like, the universe is insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like AMA, it's just fucking nuts.
I love you, John.
Yeah, so last night, second set, incredible. Jesus, the devil, duality, balance,
Far out, man.
was all there.
It was all there.
Shout out to Melt Mushrooms. Shout out to that guy you had on from Florida, the ketamine guy.
Yeah,
Shout out to him.
Chris
That dude
Patty.
ruled. Shout out
Thomas
to
Patty.
Cam. We tried to go see his stand-up set, but there was no train. Figures, right? You know what I mean? Cars and trains.
Buses.
Shout out to Sunset Lake CBD.
Dang.
Sunday morning, I'm just walking around the campground.
Oh, it's day four.
Insanely cool festival. Everything's been super chill. Love it. Wish we could stay for another 2 weeks. Shout out to my buddy Gordon.
What's up, Gordon?
Him and I are long time listeners. We listen intensely every Monday, talk about the
Aww.
show. Okay, I just wanted to drop this little update for everyone. Everything's great here. Hope things are great there. Hey, okay, there's a guy. We're going in for an afternoon set. Who knows what's going to happen? Iculus, maybe. Hope everyone has a great day. See ya.
Hell yeah.
You're dubious if that was John B or not?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like his voice.
That was day 4 of
Okay.
Monogreen
Monogreen
Festival.
John
John
B.
B. That was definitely John B.
And if it wasn't John B,
I just want to thank you, John, for sending me the video of Steam as well.
Yes.
That was really cool. I enjoyed it.
Everybody out there, just so you know, it's not Steam anymore. It is now Steam.
Steam.
That's right.
With the emphasis
so
on
that
the
is the tepid line.
And then there's another thing you can do to show us your love and show us you love us is that's go over to Apple Podcasts. You can give us that 5 stars, and you can go even further and use your little thumbs or your voice dictation to give us a review, which we
got one.
I pleaded last week that we please get one. We hadn't had one since May 31st, and we got one.
Yay!
Yeah. So you gonna let me do it, Mel? Can I do it?
Of course. You're all excited. I'm not even pulled it
We were
up.
going to do
found
thumb
it. Go
wrestling
ahead.
or something.
We were going to pretend to fight on air, but
so this came in on Monday. Impressive. IMPRSV. And it's titled, My Name is Treetop, 5 stars. Great podcast for fellow heads or just music lovers in general. Love what y'all do and always looking forward to hearing some conversations around the best bands in the world right now.
Aw.
Oh,
Thank you for whoever did that for us. Yeah, we appreciate it. We haven't had one in a while, and it's not just an ego thing. It is a way that other people find out about the show. For some reason, shows that get a lot of reviews get pumped up in the algorithm.
Well,
and hey, in case you didn't all know, something monumental happened in the podcasting world this week. If you wanted to listen to the show on Apple Podcasts but didn't have an Apple phone or computer, you were not able to do that, obviously. You can now do that. Apple has an Apple podcast player that will work on an Android and plays through the internet now.
Right
So
on.
They started
we
playing
are
together
reaching
well.
millions of other ears, hopefully.
That's super cool.
Yep.
So it's like super companies decided to get along.
No,
Or
no, Apple just made a thing that'll play anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, they ain't getting along.
Okay.
So yeah, you can listen to us on all that. Please leave us a review like that kind, gentle, wonderful soul did for us. But most of all, just tell somebody you love about No Simple Road. It's the most important thing that we can do is to share things that we love and that mean something to us with those that mean something to us.
This is like what we're doing. We're sharing what we love, little stranger, with you all. So you share something, us, with someone you love.
There it is. Pretty simple. That's the business. We're going to get you to the interview. Without further ado, the No Simple Road crew gives you
Little Stranger.
The L, the E, the stranger you can be. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, yo, who drops the beat to make your knees knock and make the whole block rumble? Bum, bum. Who got the sauce to beat the boss? So let's make the fat man crumble. Bum, bum. I don't really care for your fucked up style, like you haven't talked to a human in a while. Fake from the front to back and profile. Little strangers back and buck wild. I don't really care for your fucked up flow. Take it on the chin if you feel so low. How you gonna win if you ain't right within? Little strangers back and here we go. Out, the I, the T, the T, the L, the E, the stranger you can be, the better. The I, the T, the T, the L, the E, the stranger you can be. You're the better. The better.
welcome to the Death Star. Reptar, son of God, special effects. Wu-Tang expect you get your records get wrecked hard. Brett Favre, suck my nards at Juilliard while I'm listening to a whistling song.
Can you hear us?
I can actually hear you guys. Well,
Yay!
What's up, guys?
Oh, there we go. What's up, gang?
You look so cute. Look at the two of you.
You guys are beautiful as ever.
We're trying to impress you guys.
shucks.
Because dang, you guys have fucking blown up since the last time we talked to you.
What the hell?
Let's go.
Yeah.
What the hell's happened, guys?
It's been 30 years.
It feels like it sometimes.
Well, the last 2 years have been the fucking the best, man. Like, dang. I'm proud of y'all.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks. We miss y'all.
Yeah.
Us too, man. Do you guys have any plans to come out this way?
Yeah,
anytime
come back
soon. Portland, Pacific Northwest-ish.
We didn't.
Well, we're in Washington currently.
What?
Yeah, we played Tacoma last night, and we played Bend 2 days before that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, drive
But
down.
we didn't do Portland though.
Why not? What happened?
Yeah, what'd we do?
Well, we didn't.
We didn't get no love. Like, dude, we could do a fucking.
We decided we weren't going to do it. No, we're on tour with Stick Figure right now, and so we're just following their lead. And we went through Bend and then Tacoma.
And congratulations ahead of time on that. Saw that you're going to be playing the Red Rocks with Stick Figure, and it's sold out already.
Yeah.
Damn.
Pretty unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's our next show. It's coming up this week. I mean, they've all been pretty incredible. It's amazing to see what these dudes have done for themselves. Stick Figure, like these fans, the crowds. It's really, really impressive.
Yeah, it really is. It's a brand new like scale for us that we haven't really seen. So it's been amazing.
When you guys are getting ready to go play a show like Red Rocks, and are you approaching it differently than you would a regular Little Stranger gig?
I think only it's more so on like the time that we're allotted as an opener.
Yeah. Also, I think this one's a funny one to answer that question because we're having the most people we've ever had on stage there, but it's more because we're excited to be playing Red Rocks and all our friends wanted to come out. So like, we're gonna have 2 horns players, 3 backup singers. Our buddy Pip the Pansy is gonna be out there playing flute and doing backup vocals. Brett Hahn from John's Old Band's gonna be playing guitar. Like,
yeah, we kind of overcommitted, and we're like, everyone's coming with.
No Simple Road's going to be in the background doing color commentary. Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. That's so cool.
Congrats on all the stuff, you guys. Like Mel was saying, the last 2 years have kind of been a thing. How does it feel? Heady Wax Fiends is the place you go if you are a vinyl enthusiast, if you are a music lover, if you're somebody that loves community, one of those things or all of those things put together. Heady Wax Fiends is the place to go. Heady Wax Fiends is an inclusive vinyl record collecting community with an in-house, independent, monthly mail order subscription record club. They deliver exclusive vinyl to your door every month and offer subscribers first dibs on small run exclusive variant albums and add-ons. And you never pay for shipping when you bundle additional purchases into your monthly boxes. That's right. The August record of the month is the Jaunty's February 18th show from Sandpoint, Idaho. We are in the midst of presenting the Jaunty's Pacific Northwest
As
run.
we speak.
Check out the homepage at headywaxfiends.com for a list of past and future 2024 releases, and browse the in-stock titles on the past releases on the Fiends Vault exclusive pages. They're offering the No Simple Road family free records of your choosing when you subscribe today with a 3-month or 6-month payment plan. Use the promo code NSR on a 3-month payment plan for 1 free in-stock title or 2 free in-stock titles with the purchase of a 6-month payment plan. This is the place you go when you want to hang out with other people that love music as much as you do and get dope-ass vinyl delivered directly to your door. Heady Wax Fiends.
Been great, man. It's nothing really feels super different. We're just doing what we always have done for the last 7 years, just touring our nuts off and trying to put music out when we're not touring. But it's been great. It's nice to see, some of all the years of touring starting to pay off a bit. Better venues and, better shows in general, and we're feeling the word getting out there. It's
it's a lot of cool collaborations too, man. When you guys in Frasco, like that was, I feel like that needed to happen. You guys getting together and create, like, got at a festival. Come on, that's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, we love Andy. I think was the last time we saw you guys at Peach Fest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peach Fest, Andy. I feel like that was a tipping point moment even for Andy too. That festival, him getting taken to the pools from the stage was
that
incredible.
The following year? I think that might have been the following year,
but yeah,
Andy was his like goose moment.
Yeah, his like a nice tipping. But yeah, I mean, it's he's the best to work with. I love that he loves working with songwriters. He's got zero ego when it comes to that part. He's got 100% ego when it comes to everything else. But,
Yes.
when it comes to songwriting, he's surprisingly very happy to work with everybody. He'll love that.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
So going on tour with Frasco, when you were done, were you physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted?
Oh my God, yeah. I think we aged like 10 years in a 2 month span.
2 months.
Well, and it was when, we went on tour with him. It was really cool how it worked out too, because we had been trying to get an opening slot for him for a year or so. And at the time, his agent, we didn't have a personal connection with Andy.
Right.
So his agent didn't quite get it. And it never happened. And then we finally had a personal contact at summer camp. He saw us play and invited us on the tour like that night.
Oh shit.
Wow.
So 3 months later, we were on tour with Andy, and a week into the tour, Kevin and I both got the flu really bad.
Oh.
And I think it's maybe the second time ever we've had to cancel a show because it was like 103 degree fever, like couldn't perform. So we canceled one show. We were like, man, if we can sleep this one off, we'll meet you in Asheville. I think it was in Charlottesville. We had to cancel.
Okay.
And Andy we didn't know us that well yet. We weren't as good of friends as we are now. He was like, why don't you just take the whole weekend off, bud? Why don't you just come meet us on Wednesday? And like doing it to dig at us.
Oh.
And so then, we had to live with that for the whole tour. calling us pussies in front of every crowd for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just gave him some material is what it did.
Yeah. But I think in the end, we outlasted them.
I think we did a pretty good job. Yeah. By the end, their
age caught up to them.
Yeah, their age caught up. But they're like, it's so tough. It's so tough. I don't want to say that we want to or can be equals with their level.
Yeah.
But I think we hang pretty well now, but I also don't think we tour the same anymore. It's like we still haven't gotten to sleep it off.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. We were just having a conversation before we got on with you guys about like, when you're doing something for a long time, you're on the inside of the thing, and I don't know about you guys, but like my expectations of where it should be sometimes get the better of me, and like it gets frustrating, and then you hear from somebody outside their perception of where you're at, and you're like, what the fuck? If that's the way that it's seen, like why isn't bigger, more, whatever? As you've seen some more success, you guys, like, have you gone through a little bit of that, of like people saying, oh yeah, congratulations on the this, that, and the other thing, but you're on the inside of the thing, you're like, what are you talking about?
It's a crazy world, I'm telling you.
Sure
Yeah, it is.
You guys feel the craziness?
I'm feeling it.
No,
well,
man,
I know
what you're talking about.
I know something that can give you relief when you need it.
What?
That is our sponsor, Melt Mushrooms.
What?
Yeah.
What are they going to do for relief?
Well, you can go over to @meltmushrooms on Instagram. You hit them up, you send them a DM, and you tell them you would like to see their wonderful menu. then you know what they do?
What?
They shoot you over a menu.
Whoa.
And then it's up to you to decide from 10 flavors of wonderful chocolates that's infused with their mushroom blend.
What if I don't want chocolate?
Well, then they have 3 flavors of gummies
Oh.
that
What
you
if I
can
don't
have
want
also.
gummies?
Well, then they got you covered there too, because they also have gel caps.
Whoa.
Dang.
And they are giving the No Simple Road family a deal. Buy one, get one half off. That's right. Right now, Melt is hooking everybody up for that end of summer swing. So go follow at Melt Mushrooms on Instagram. Shoot him a DM. Tell him we sent you. Get that deal and get your head right. Melt Mushrooms.
Yeah, I totally know what you mean. And I think it with all creatives, there's like a comparative thing that you feel when you see where other people are at, and you think you should be there or you should be deserving of it. And it's hard not to go down that path.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny now, like every time I talk to my dad, all he wants to talk about is the band.
Really?
And I don't really want to talk about it all that much. I'm like, how are you doing, Dad? So I don't know. It's I think we get some of that.
I was just, I forget if it was with Gingy or whoever else, but was talking about how, I think there's a thing for a while, just as musicians, your friends or your peers will come up and they're like, you guys are killing it. You're just seeing you touring the amount you do.
Yeah.
And they're like, you guys are killing it. You're really doing it. Like you're, and you get those compliments over and over. And then like the compliments now are from a different, either type of people or, oh no.
Oh,
Did we lose it?
No, you're good.
We hear you.
Okay,
got you.
yeah. Either from like a different type of person, or they're like hyper specific, really, really thought out compliments, rather than just like, you guys are doing great. They're like, no, I saw this happen and this happened and that happened. And it's like I, for a while, tried to brush it off as like, it's just, people just being nice to us. People are just being nice to us. And then it's like, okay, something's happening. We really should try to enjoy this as much as we can.
And what we've experienced for the very first time in putting out our singles on this latest record was the first time we've ever had our fan base kind of like dissect them, and people openly say that they didn't like stuff, and then leading to a discussion on what they like or don't like. And that was really interesting.
How does
And
that feel?
it felt really odd, like to put something out and people be like, I kind of hate this. And but I think it's a good thing. Like that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You have your fans discussing your music,
and it's still on like our fan page. Like it's still like they clearly want to hang around. They want to stick through it.
We see these comments, everybody.
Shit.
Well,
that would be-
they're listening.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They're really paying attention. You know they're
Absolutely.
totally paying attention because that's like what fish fans do to fish. That note, that second part, that like they're really paying attention and dissecting it, like he said. Like, wow.
Yep.
I guess you kind of want that.
Yeah.
So like in the last couple years, have y'all done anything different or more or anything than you have in the past that you feel like warrants, maybe the different type of touring that you're doing now?
I don't know so much different. Like I think our team around us has gotten more dialed in, which has been good. And I think as things have scaled, we've all adapted to that, and everyone has their, our booking agent is amazing. Our managers are amazing.
Yeah.
But a lot of it feels the same. We're still loading in the same 4 pieces of gear that we've been doing for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
It's the same like little stool I have from Target. So,
and it's like, it's a weird thing of like, we're playing for this incredible amount of people on this tour. We're only playing 30 minutes, and we get off stage and we're like, oh man, I got like another 45 to an hour hot, like heaters ready to go. Like I'm amped up now. So it's like we're playing less.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the headline run's coming up.
Yeah, headline
That'll
run's
be
coming
good.
up.
Well, I mean, back to like people commenting on your stuff. First of all, like Mel said, they're listening. And I just wonder though, I have thin skin when it comes to that shit. I do. That kind of stuff would the like 2 negative comments we've gotten,
and it was like years apart in 7 years.
I still feel that shit.
Yeah, dude.
But
I'm with you.
Does it help you or hurt you? Because that fucked me up.
Yeah, I had a really interesting, when we put our album out a couple weeks ago, we released it on a Friday, and it felt so good. It was like 2 years, thousands of hours worth of work finally out in the world.
Right.
And then receiving mostly like 99% great feedback. A couple ones in there that are just like, meh, a little disappointed. But I felt that even like the good feedback, I felt like I wanted to crawl under a blanket for 2 days. It was like when you put your art out there and then you're just, whether it's good or bad, you're getting feedback on it, made me just feel uncomfortable for a few days.
Yeah.
And now it's out there.
I know that thing, man.
Yeah. Once it's out there, there's no taking it back.
It's so weird too, because you're working your ass off for it and you think it's dope yourself. You're putting it out, and then somebody has the fucking nerve to be like, I don't like that beat or I don't like that line. Like, but then, but also like, you want them to come to your show, so you don't want to say shit. So, but that's so hard. And I guess as a creative, do you ever does it ever get easier? Does it get better? Does it not annoy you or bother you as much? Like, is it like the certain time of month that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think what's nice is like, I don't think it affects us in terms of like, we don't think about it when we're working on songs. Like we already have our own things that might get in the way of us getting to where we want. And like, we're working through that rather than thinking about what a fan is thinking about the song. Like whatever comment we might have read a week ago, like that doesn't affect how we do the thing we like doing. Yeah. It affects like, you know, how fast you can fall asleep or when you wake up and it's the first thing you read, like you're like, whether it's good or bad, like you said, it can be overwhelming. And, you know, I wonder what it was like for the dudes when like you had to wait for like the newspaper article that week to come out like that. But that's even way heavier because if that's
your album,
the authority,
your album gets trashed in
those are all our favorite albums.
Yeah, it gets panned.
And thank goodness we have each other to lean on and
you lick each other's wounds.
Yeah,
we got a negative comment, we're like, fuck that bozo.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's what we got here.
He doesn't get it, clearly.
Mel is very much the void where Aaron gets his feelings hurt. I'm kind of like, oh well, like we piss people off, it's still attention. And Mel's like,
fuck it.
You guys, like, Mel's like, fucking, you need to check your expectations because we're doing what we love at the end of the day, no matter what somebody else says.
Well, I just feel like with this, it's like, I never wanted to do this. I came in kind of like, I got taken in. I got dragged into it. So I never cared about anybody knowing who the fuck I am or what my opinion is about. So like, I don't have any ties emotionally to it. I know we put out a good product. I know we're awesome and sincere.
Wow.
And so, and okay, maybe you didn't like that interview or that person or whatever. That's not on me. We did the best that we could. Like we're engaging. We so I guess I feel like our performance is whether you like it or not. That's not the point. We're putting out good stuff. So we don't need to spend time on that shit.
I think more of where I'm coming from is like, when I'm creating after that, I'll hear that shit in the back of my head. Like, your intro was too long and the fucking thing. But you guys just said you're not doing that. You've got each other to kind of check yourselves. And
I think that we do a good job of really trying to just make what we think is cool. And generally, if we're into it, you know, firm believers that authenticity in all of this is the most important thing.
Yes.
And we try to be that always. And it's cool. Like, you know, we see where we are, like we said, 2 years ago to now, we haven't really changed anything. And it's cool to see it sort of picking up.
Yeah, you guys are always stylish AF for sure, man.
Hey, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Right on, Apple.
They are, man.
Yeah.
It's true. Every clip I see, like the new video and stuff, it's like,
Oh, that new
yeah.
video with the big feet, or videographer. Man, how did you guys score that guy? Like, that is the coolest shit.
Right here.
You're dope.
Yo.
You're so dope.
How's it going?
Right on, man.
I love that whole aesthetic. It matches. It feels like you guys. It's amazing.
Yeah. Genji's a little tuckered out right now.
He doesn't have to talk about it. Yeah, he's fine. But
he's amazing, and like truly, it feels like we found a match made in heaven with him coming out on the road. And
actually, can I say something?
Say something.
Oh, yeah.
These boys are a blessing to work with. It's incredible, and you stick a camera in front of these guys, and they give you something hilarious to work with every single time. So it's awesome.
Okay, so it's
Hell
easy.
yeah.
It's easy work.
Absolutely, it's just fun. It's a good time.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
He's the guy right there.
Are you talking about going to the festival?
Well, no, it's the one where they're on the couch with their feet. But then he did something with the festival, right? You guys were on a set, and then he blew your head up all big, and you started.
Yeah, he's been doing it. We've been kind of trying to mess around with a bunch of weird tricks on these things. Gingy's just like it's cool. We give him the freedom to just go ahead and be creative because he knows what he's doing. And as long as Kevin and I can kind of dance around, it's gonna look cool.
Yeah, we like being on camera as much as we're like, oh no, get it out of my face.
Stop it.
Wait, go on my left side.
But it is. We're like, every band is a short form content creator now. We are suddenly all in an improv group or something. Like, this is kind of bananas,
dude.
Right? Okay, so can you talk about that? Like, how did you amp up that? Like, how do you decide where it's gonna go or what you're gonna do? Like, all of a sudden, that's not, like, you never had to do that before, and then the last few years, now it's like it's a necessity.
Now I need a skit for every tour announcement.
Yeah,
it's so weird because even 2 years ago when we put our last album out, that wasn't a thing. So it's ever evolving.
Yeah. I feel like we're lucky in that, like, John did theater stuff in high school. I was always kind of making videos as a kid, things, and like even doing this hip hop-esque world. It's like, it's been a part of that, just performing to the camera and being a character.
And real quick, I didn't just do theater.
Well,
I was Charlie Brown, and You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Fuck. All right. Oh, excuse me.
But like we were like, we have our back, and I think we just like it. We enjoy stuff like that. But I can't imagine being like an incredible blues guitarist and then having to be like, what fucking skit about barbecue are we going to do for the next tour? Yeah, that's miserable.
And everybody has to do it.
Yeah, it's not just you guys. It's every fucking band we talk to.
Everyone.
The Trey Goose one was a great one when they did that.
Yes.
It was like the peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah.
It's
that was real good.
It's tough, like, period, to make music, put your art out. We're talking about like getting negative comments and all that shit. Like, just that by itself, that's hard. Now we got to go on tour and we're living in a van for however long, and that's hard. And now you're short form content creators and people are commenting this sucks on that or whatever,
or we love it.
And
yeah.
And so, I mean, I guess none of us could ever foresee that this was the way the business was moving. Do you think that the social media thing has helped or hurt the scene, the business?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
yes.
So tough. Yeah. I can't imagine, how did people used to like go to find out about stuff? I don't even, and I'm not, we're not that young. I mean, we're 34.
Yeah.
We grew up in the 90s. But I just couldn't imagine being where we've gotten without social media. Even our Facebook fan page, The Strangerverse, we started kind of on a whim. We didn't really want to do it, and it's taken over its own thing now. It exists beyond what we intended.
Well,
but yeah, we ate lunch an hour and a half ago, and then we're like, we got to get some content. We were dancing in front of a McDonald's and people were honking at us. And we're those fucking people.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the fucking phone in my hand doing this thing.
Yep. It's definitely easier when things are going well. I think I think when we were playing these like really shitty shows, and then we'd be like, all right, time to dance in front of the McDonald's. We were like, nah, not today. I can't. I think I'm sick. Like,
don't have it in me.
We're playing Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Y'all dance in front of the fucking phone at McDonald's. Hand me the phone. I actually was just having this conversation with a buddy of ours. His name's Mr. Cam on Instagram. He does like Jaded Fish.
I love Mr. Cam. Okay. I follow him.
Yeah, we were together
I've
for
seen you with him
last week, and we were talking about like No Simple Road and making content. And I was like, man, I just like the thing that I work the hardest on. I make these like graphics for every episode, and they'll get like, I'll post that shit up and it gets like 25 likes. I work 2 hours on that thing. Like, I could post a picture. No, I'm not bullshitting, of the dog sleeping over there on the floor and say, this week's episode is with Little Stranger. It would get like 5,000 likes of the picture of the dog on the floor. But the thing that I busted my ass on gets 25. And that's the hard part of like, none of us know the score with the thing. Like, it's just random shit. So there's no way to like plan or make it happen.
Yeah. We talk about that all the time with like anytime it's about a show or an announcement, same thing. We paid to have a poster made or a graphic, and Kevin, thank God for Kevin, does all of our social media stuff, which is a full-time job.
Shout out, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, but yeah, then we'll just post like a picture of my butt and it blows up.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
people are curious.
Yeah. But that's not it's not reassuring for like the future.
No.
Like if you're a kid coming up making music, like where are you going to be spending this time? Then the people that are authentic are like, every post is like, man, I'm the only one out here being authentic. And then you're like, okay, just stop also saying that too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. I actually was saying that too. Like, maybe I should just get on there and be like, this week on No Simple Road, we have the thing.
Boring. I already fell asleep.
Can't even do it. Can't even do it. Like, but I'm being authentic now. No.
Yeah. Brutal.
Yeah. It's so hard. But I saw you do something really, really dope. You guys did something really cool. You like broke down how you created some of your stuff. How did that come about?
We did it for 2 songs off of our last record, but they were much more in depth. I did like, they were like 30-minute YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, as things have evolved over the last couple of years, I follow some other producers who will break down the songs like that. It's just like a selfie video.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work. We used to think it had to be really quality and get the actual audio from the Logic session into it. And now you can just do a selfie video, but I do all our production, and we have a little home studio in Charleston. And, we spend hours and hours in there working on these tunes, and it seems to get a great response. People like to get a glimpse into, what really goes into making a song from start to finish.
It's fascinating because like we're hearing the finished product, right, when you put the song out, but like getting a look behind the curtain and seeing how it kind of evolved and came together. And then also, I think what's really super interesting about it is I'm fans of you guys and the music, like both things, right? And so I get a glimpse into how your head works a little bit too, and why the music is the way it is. I think that's what's really, really interesting about that, because I've seen a couple of others do the same thing and for the same reason. You know what I mean? Like, to see it come together is really cool, and then to know why it came together that way is equally as cool.
Yeah, man, I appreciate hearing that so much, because we're in love with that process, the creating, cool. And showing the fun things that happen too in a studio session that you don't, they're in the song. Like we try to keep like little moments of audio clips that might have happened while you're creating it. And then you can like solo that track and hear us cracking up in the background.
That's
cool. And that's that kind of nice, like tangible quality to a song that puts the fun emotion into it.
Dude, and 2 years is this album. It took 2 years of.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I guess a year and a half really of making it.
Yeah, because we had been like Trip Around Saturn was, most of those songs were originally being pitched to the label that we were a part of that we got out of.
Right.
And then it was like pretty much ready to go. And then we were working with Ineffable. And so like they kind of took us under their wing, and just, they're a lot more independent, very much like, let's see what you guys got. Let's work with that. Let's see how to work it like catered to you rather than just like push you into whatever thing is working. I don't know. But yeah, we pretty much started with those, and it's, I can't think of many that were started before it.
No, I
don't think any were started before it. I'd love to say Supernova was finished 6 days before the album came out.
What?
Yeah. We ran it down to the wire. It was really cool, actually. It was the last song that we did for it, but we had to submit the whole album a month before the release to Ineffable.
Okay.
And we were trying to work on what was going to be Kev's Break 2.
Yeah.
But it was a beat that we had listened to a bunch. We were a little bit burnt out on all the songs at this point, because it was like the tedious part of wrapping up the album, making sure everything was perfect. We were just kind of spent on the music.
Mm-hmm.
And we were trying to work on that song, and you could feel in the room that we were both just like,
we were fed up.
Oh, shit.
And so then I showed Kevin, I had written a little voice memo in bed the night before of a chord progression and like a verse. And we sat there, we're like, it was due the next day. And
dude, we still get homework.
Yeah,
it
was due.
It was due the next day. You're gonna fail.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you could feel
it felt like that.
in the room working on something new. Felt so good, and our energy just got boosted. And then we had to submit it as a demo to the label that they could then submit to the streaming platforms. And they had like a placeholder for the song. And then we went on tour. So then we got back from tour, and we had
3 days.
Yeah,
because I think we did 2 sessions to really. I mean, but yeah, we did almost 2 days straight at one point.
Oof.
We pulled an all-nighter to finish this song up, and we got it in like 6 days before it came out.
Dang.
Wow.
And Ineffable was not stoked about that.
It's our process.
Yeah, it's our process.
It was just one song. We had all the rest.
Yeah, the rest were good to go.
You talk about like, you heard the song so many times you burn out. Like if you say the same word over and over again, it kind of like stops being a word after a while. And it loses all meaning. You're like, am I even saying a word anymore? Does it feel like that?
Yeah, it does a bit. I go through like phases because it depends on my mood. Some days I'll put on the album and like just be so amped about it and love every song. And then some days I'll put it on and be like, oh my God, skip this.
Well, and then I feel like I get to the point too where it's like where we are closing up the album, I'm listening almost exclusively to our stuff anytime I'm listening to music, just to like see if there's any other notes I might have. And then when I listen to music that's fully released and out, and then I'm like, oh, this song's so slow compared to this really fast song I just listened to. We need faster music.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you find yourself, because you've listened to it so much, there's no magic left in it. That when you hear a song that is new and has magic to you, you're like, oh, see, this is good music. What we're doing, this is shit.
I think it's always important to remember the moment that you make the song and how excited you are in that moment. Because that's how you know it's good. If we're like pumped about it, generally it's going to be pretty cool.
We'll move on quickly if we're not.
Yeah, we will. We have a ton of like half song ideas that are just never evolved beyond that because just didn't really have that sauce.
Right. I would think too, like maybe when a song gets to that point, even if you're playing it in your set or something, when the crowd reacts to it, it can bring that magic back too, right?
Definitely. Yeah. That's Kama Sumatra has been one we've been doing a lot on this last tour. And it's like, because even that, like we said earlier, that was one that got probably some of the most comments of people being like, I'm unsure about this one. Doesn't sound like some of their other stuff. And live, it's been like a smash every night. And I'm blown away by how well it's received live. And people will keep singing the song as if it should keep going after we've ended it a few times.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
shit.
This is bananas.
It's dope and super like vibey. So I can't understand you getting anything negative. It feels like an anthem, you know, like a theme. Yeah. It feels good to sing. So
and it was a little it was a little different than the other tracks, and that's what's cool about it. It like stands out.
We intentionally put that out first because it is so different that we kind of were like, it had been a while since we put out a single.
Yeah.
And so expected a bit of that, like maybe not backlash, but some people just being a little confused maybe.
That's different.
But really, I think it has gone over really well since then.
It's weird. Like, I don't know what we expect as fans of shit. I just don't get it. Like, we want this. I want the same thing I always got, but I want it new.
Well, and they better all be bangers, or I'm done with this band.
But then you have bands like
show your range. I hate your new stuff.
Yeah, you got bands like King Gizzard that are they're putting out a death metal album and then a full on jazz album, and then a bluegrass album, and their fans are like, yeah. So I don't know. We're all crazy. They've
done it correctly. They've been like an enigma the whole time of genreless.
Yeah.
I think the ultimate is, Fish fans are never pleased.
No.
In general.
I think I might be the one Fish fan that likes everything they do. I'm the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
get
it.
But they would, when cornered, to be like, we'll break this. Okay, we can all come up with like, okay, well, that wasn't as good as the one I saw last year. Down with Disease we all can go into that character. We've done it on the porch. We just don't air it in public. We're not going on the forum and like, fuck Mike's bass was not as good. It's like, I don't want to share that, but we do it as friends.
That's true. You're true.
It's so funny to me that people will buy $180 tickets and then go and complain at the show.
Right.
And with Fish, with the history of Fish, the most annoying to us is the ones that still compare. It's like, well, it wasn't 94 Hampton.
Or whatever.
And it's like, it's 2024, man. Come on.
We were at Fish Mexico.
30 years,
and they had just like completely destroyed that night. And we were walking out of the show. I was spun out of my head, and there was this group of like older dudes walking, and I was just fucking around. I was talking to him. I was like, yeah, the show was good, but it wasn't as good as 97 Hampton. Mike's bass sounded like shit. And this dude turned around, and he's like, what the fuck, man? I was like, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just joking. That was fucking awesome. Yeah, we're picky people, man. And the music scene, especially now because of the availability of streaming and social media, people are like, they expect new shit fast, and they'll listen to it for 30 seconds. And if they're not completely hooked in that 30 seconds, they're on their way to the next fucking shiny object that's flying past. Do you guys feel that kind of pressure when you're making new stuff to like create the shiny object?
Yeah, ish. I think we try not to lean into it too much, but it's there lingering.
Yeah.
When you see what's popping off, and again, going back to like the comparing thing, you see other bands who are in your kind of our same status, and their views are way higher or something, and you're like, what are we not doing correctly right now?
It feels like you guys have such a unique, you guys are so different than a lot of whatever is mainstream or commercially, known, that I would have a really hard time trying to compare you to anything.
I was going to ask, you just said that. You guys are in a class by yourselves, as far as I'm concerned. I can't think of anybody that's like comparable or contemporary with little stranger, who would you consider?
Thanks, guys.
Well, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I mean that. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass.
Well,
like,
no, I think we all feel like that over here because when we first found out about you, we were super stoked, like, holy shit. And like, also just kind of how y'all went into like, you're part of the jam scene now too.
It's
like
weird.
that. And but it matches. It
does.
totally matches. It doesn't feel like out of left field. It just feels like, oh shit, they're a part of it too.
And Aaron gets annoyed with me which I don't do it when we talk to artists now, but I used to I thought it was a compliment, be like, oh, you sound like Tom Petty, and that he's like, don't do that. The only one that's ever popped in my mind when I first heard you guys is like, this reminds me of the Beastie Boys, but like modernized and style, like
different.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's the way you guys rap, the back and forth, and the way you do it is just.
But is there anybody that you guys keep an eye on that's like contemporary that you consider?
Oh man, I mean, I don't know. I think it's tough. Like a funny one we've gotten before is we've been called 22 Pilots.
It was an insult.
No.
That was an insult. But also I have liked a lot of stuff that group's done over the years. I haven't listened to too much recently, but like
I've been to a 21 Pilot show.
I think it's tough. We tend to look backwards at music when we want to reference stuff or like work on stuff. It's usually like we're like oh, like you said, like a Beastie Boys track, or I don't know, Beck, some of these old, like just older recordings of
and I don't think I think our goal is not to be the like contemporary popular thing. So like you said, we it's so cool that we've entered into the jam scene, and touring with Andy Frasco was huge on that, pairing with our manager Vince Iowinski, who manages Humphreys. They've kind of like accepted us into that scene, but then we're so deeply rooted in the reggae scene, and touring with Stick Figure now, who kind of blows my mind how big this band is.
Really?
I think that we knew it before this tour, but now we're really seeing like the band they're incredible. And
is it like the numbers, or like what is it that's so different?
Selling out Red Rocks.
Selling out Red Rocks. All right.
It's every show is like, the Greek 2 nights at Red Rocks, everything's sold out, and it's kids to 60-year-old women like love this band. And it's really amazing to be part, like, in that with them right now.
Crazy. And I think we probably, like, I think you're more in tune with some of the jam bands and have seen the bigger jam bands. Whereas, like, the reggae scene that we're in a lot of times is like, we've seen our peers. We haven't seen as many of like the bigger guys.
Right.
And to see that is like, it's like, oh shit. Okay. And like, not that we were counting them out, but almost like we just almost weren't aware,
Right.
But like you guys are saying, well, I'm not sure where we exactly fit. We're always happy to be there. And it's been like, Stick Figure's getting us up. Humphreys has gotten us up. And I think that's like, we capitalize on those moments so well, so that the people in the scene are like, all right, this band is pushing them in front of me. Clearly there's something to check out.
Yeah.
And then we don't take that for granted. We make sure those moments are like usually a pretty, like, we've had those moments be like, okay, we just watched our numbers go crazy because someone got us up on stage, and we're like, we can do it because we're rappers.
And what's so cool, it's like we can, reggae and jam haven't had hip hop really in either scene in a while, but we a couple weeks ago got up and did a Fuji song with Humphreys. And then on this tour, we're doing a Mary J. Blige song with Stick Figure. And we get to just rap over these songs with 2 completely different bands in 2 different worlds. But like, we're just rapping over it. We're like we're the guys you call on right now, I guess.
And like I said, there is nobody that's doing the thing that you guys are doing. That was the thing that the first time I reached out to you guys a couple of years ago, that's why I'll be honest, I was never a fan of hip hop like these guys were, but I wasn't. And you guys like opened me up to the whole thing. ever since then, I'm like, this is dope.
Which blew us away. We were
Seriously.
like, wait, Aaron's bringing this to us. This is usually something we would be trying to make him listen to.
Yep.
And he was like, you got to see this shit. and like, I remember you with the video and the song, and you were,
sprung.
Yeah, thanks for getting him. And since then, he has become more open to hip hop.
Yeah,
older
that's
stuff,
what I'm saying.
Knew everything. It opened his
because of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's why you got that Thug Life T-shirt on.
That's right. That's right. But it's boy, you can't see. It's Jerry.
It's Jerry.
It's Jerry. Of course, it's Jerry.
Yeah, Aaron came up with the design and is actually was up on our merch.
It's still there.
It's still up on our merch on No Simple Road.
Oh, we got to get some merch. Merch swap.
Yeah, all right. Deal. We'll do it.
So guys, what's your reception when you're going in front of like a stick figure audience? Like, you know, like they're sold out, but some, you know how people come in late to you know, they ignore the first act, whatever. What's your reception? Are you guys getting the numbers in too that the people are actually seeing you? Like, what's the deal there?
Yeah, generally, I mean, we're 6 or 7 shows into this tour.
Yeah, we've only had one where it was like, I think they changed door times, set times, so everything was like pushed up, and like, you know, not a ton of people got in, but like these fans are showing out early.
Yeah, everyone's been pretty good, and we're seeing a lot of Little Stranger fans out there. Yeah, really feeling good about it. You know, you see the T-shirts and signs and stuff, and I think the people who are not familiar with our music, I think at this point in that scene have heard the name at least.
Yeah.
And seem to be very receptive to what we're doing to open the night.
That's dope. So back to the Red Rocks thing, like, do you get nervous before a big ass show like that?
I think we'll have some butterflies before that. I did the last time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we usually talk about it pretty similarly. Of like at a big one like that, it's not as nervous as we're just anxious to get up there. We're like ready to do our thing. We like, that's like, you know, we had 2 10-hour drives to get to Red Rocks these next 2 days. So it's like, that's our 30 minutes of fucking actual freedom and fun. So I'm like ready to do it. And I also, I think I just don't want to mess up my 30 minutes of magic there or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not,
it's not nervous.
It's not nervous. I know we do.
It's like the other night when we got up with stick figure to do this Mary J. Blige song. Originally, the first couple nights we had just been doing like our own verses over it, and then we sing the chorus on it's a family affair. Let's get it crunk up on that phone up in this dancery. Really weird lyrics in that. And I tried to learn Mary J's verse to do it, and it was the first time in a long time I had felt nervous before getting on stage. Wow. And it felt really good. Like I felt super alive, because we just do it so much that I haven't really felt that like kind of anxiety, excitement in a while.
Yeah.
So I know at Red Rocks, we did it last year, but we were like first of 7 on a hip hop bill. And so this year, that was an instance of the doors opening and we're playing for 15 minutes as people came in. But still on that stage, it was nothing like it.
I can't even imagine.
Okay, do you save your good stuff at that point? You know what I mean? Like if there's only a few people, do you save it, or do you just like, you know what, fuck it, they missed it?
Yeah, it was just I think we got 20 minutes last year.
Yeah, last time.
My niece was there and I was like, this one's for you, Nora, let's get this. If she were the only person in the all of Red Rocks, that would have been just as cool.
That's rad.
So
I'm curious as something what you're looking at.
Go ahead.
From like a process level and talent level, you guys are doing something like the way your lyrics come out. It is so fast, the back and forth and everything. It's just mind blowing to me and most people, because you got to be so spot on. I'm sure there has been moments where like you take the stage and you're tongue tied and you got to spit, 1,000 lyrics in a moment. Has it happened? Or like, I imagine with two of you too, like one would maybe pick it up a little, but it just seems so tough what you guys do.
I think that I get more tongue tied trying to say like, how's everyone doing tonight? In between songs. That's harder.
Yeah, the songs, I think we like know what to do. I always say though, I'm like, if I have to think for a second, I'm like, what's the first line of my verse coming up? It's already gone. It's ruined. It's ruined.
Okay.
And like, like, again, we have each other to lean on. We'll like catch each other, like maybe slipping for a second every so often. I think I've had two maybe this run.
But we do pick each other up, like.
And then the only times where it's like silly is like I was having too much fun the one day and climbing up a side of a stage, like an incline, and then forgot I had to start rapping again, and was just like having too much fun. And I was like, I'm not even mad at myself for that. Yeah, and I was like, fuck, that was a great moment.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
I would think that like rapping like that is a lot like meditation, where you've got to just be in it, and as soon as you're like, I'm meditating, then it's over.
So you
1,000%.
You guys really are that good.
I'll see somebody with like a weird hat on, and I'll get lost, and then I'll be like, "Ah, shit."
The whole thing, all of performing is that way. Like as soon as you think about it, that's why we've been doing so many like one-off festivals over the last 2 months, where you just fly up, play, and then fly back home, and those are tough. I've found to get into the rhythm. Because we have to break all our gear down, fly it up, put all the gear together, get to the show, play. Whereas when you're on tour, like 2 weeks into tour, you hit this sweet spot of just everything. The muscle memory's back.
Yeah.
It's like you can do no wrong at that point.
Yeah.
But it's tough to come off like 2 weeks rest and just go play what's supposed to be a big festival with like pressure around it.
Well, I just want to say that 2 years ago when we saw what's 2 years ago? When we saw your Peach set, man, we loved you from the podcast, but like after that, you gave us a shout out from stage. All those people, like we were in the crowd. We were feeling and hearing what people were saying. It was so fucking lit. Like I think that so many people were just like hadn't seen y'all before, and they were fucking on it. Like they were so excited, man. And because your stuff was new to me and we'd never seen that. It was like such a cool thing to see the way that you guys work together. That's really what I wanted to say. Like
the dynamic is sick.
Love the dynamic. I love how you guys work together and that you complement each other. And you know, being with these guys, like they're like, you know, that they're BFFs forever. So it felt so much like seeing that relationship, but in a different way, like how you complement each other. And I just freaking love you guys. Like that's it. I love you guys.
No question there.
We'll always support you. And I always think what you're doing is dope. I don't care what a dumb fan says. That's all I wanted to say.
Let them talk shit. We got your back.
Well, and after that Peach Festival set too,
that's right.
There's people in the crowd that were around us that were hearing and seeing you for the first time and stuff that were so impressed. That remember afterwards, we had a whole group of people that were asking it. They're like, so you've had these guys on your show? Who are you?
Oh yeah, it was like both of us.
Good. Yeah, it was like cross promotion. We're like, yeah, we're No Simple Road. Here's a sticker, and yeah, this is Little Stranger. They were on the show. You should listen. It was like a whole thing.
Yeah, it was really cool. We never got to talk about it, so I wanted to throw that out there. Not like we're on old shit. We're already in 2024. That's gone.
I keep thinking it's 2025.
But Jesus Christ. Man, I just wanted to say that because y'all need to know.
No, man. I mean, we appreciate it, and you know that's what it's all about. Like we're so pumped to see your guys' name pop up again. When Vince had forwarded an email over, we were like, "Oh yeah, we know them. Let's go.
Let's do this."
So it's really great. And, we appreciate you guys putting us on.
Fuck yeah. Oh, I know this. I'm not going to ask you. There's 12 songs on the album. I don't want you to tell what's your favorite song I don't care. But we play a little bit of the artist going into the interview, right? And I'll usually pick the song. I want you guys to pick the song.
Hell yeah!
Which one?
No, don't you make me do work right now.
Kevin, it's too late. The question has been posed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say my two, and then I don't know if you're two, maybe.
I can't think of any of the names of the songs.
I think either Buster Brain or Live Illegal would be. but it's like I think Live Illegal's like maybe the more approachable, give them like a little bit of the live vibe, and
Busted Brain.
But then Busted Brain is like let's show them how odd it can get.
Write it down.
Okay.
Busted Brain. It's the opening track. We love it.
All right.
Are you keeping notes over there throughout?
Oh
this
yeah,
whole thing?
I drew a sketch of both of y'all.
Yeah. I
It's
thought
pretty
you were
fucking
doodling.
weird. It is. I'm
Is it
doodling.
an ugly caricature?
Yes.
Kinda, but it's cute. It's ugly and
Show it
cute.
to him.
You should show. Yeah, I was gonna say. Now you let him inside the journal. She does this.
There's one of these for every artist we've had on the show. Yeah.
Very few of the artists have seen their sketch.
Yeah.
We're holding it.
She's got two of these like completely filled with the weirdest shit from every interview.
And she doesn't share them, although we've been like,
No.
you need to let
No,
so and so
dude,
see their
well-
portrait. And she's like, no.
Okay, this is how I'm going to be honest on how it started. These guys were like, "Oh, we're interviewing so and so from Dark Star Orchestra," and I'm like, "I don't know who the fuck that is." So I would have to literally write down names and like what they did, and like as they're talking, I'm like writing notes so that I can like ask intelligent questions and be part of the conversation. And then it just started like people would say dope ass shit during the interviews, and I'm like, I want to remember that. And kind of like you guys, I love lyrics, and so I would just write stuff, and then later on I'd like either write about it or just like have it. So it just became like a thing where it's like No Simple Road notes, but like I've got almost everybody that we've interviewed in these, and it's fucking it's funny, and you know
That's so cool. It's that's good. That's got to be archived.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, that's
for
right.
access.
That's it right there.
But I wanted to ask a question since we brought up Cam, a little tribute to him. What's your best show ever that you guys have played? And it might be different for both of you, but what do you feel like is the best show ever?
Not that you've been to.
Yeah.
That you've played.
That you
Damn.
What do you think?
Oh man, I was fucking thinking about this the other day.
Really?
Yeah. My favorite show, I think, that we've done at least in the last couple years in Little Stranger 2.0 is we played a brewery in Bend, Oregon last year, and it was this tiny. It looked like it should have held like 150 people, and they sold 400 tickets.
Dang.
And it was like mob. And I just felt we were on this tiny stage, people right up on top of us. And I thought the energy in that room and our whole set was just electric. We sent Gingy into he crowd surfed to the bar.
Heck yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah. That was Silver Moon.
Yeah, Silver Moon Brewing.
Okay.
Ben is popping
one of
off,
my
man.
favorites.
Ben is dope.
And Ben threw it down the other day too. Ben pops off.
Mhm.
They like to party.
You got a favorite?
I mean, I love that one. I maybe just the headline Janice one we did, the Janice in Florida. It was like our biggest show, so it was cool to be like, this is truly our fans, and they showed up. We like pushed how much, like, every day we're unsure of how many people actually give a shit. So it's like to like book our biggest show and way bigger than many cities and have it sell out. Roll into that, and then like we had 2 giant skeletons on the side of the stage, like proper lighting and things. It was just like, it felt fun, and it felt like the reward for a lot of other tiny
sick.
shit gigs.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
We sent like pictures of that crowd to our parents, We're like, it's working.
Yeah.
Right on.
Remember when you said it wasn't going to work? Well, ha ha ha. Well, fuck, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Heck yeah.
We love you guys.
We wish you were rolling in through Portland. We'd hook you up with some dinner, chill. Like
that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen next, man. We got to make sure when you guys make it up here again, like come stay with us. We love to host.
That'd be amazing.
We just love to hang out.
Apple's got the
smoke
best
a bowl
weed
on the patio. Yeah,
on
I'm
the
in the
planet.
cannabis industry. You've been to Oregon. Oregon has great stuff. It just to be fun to hang.
Yeah,
no
man.
pressure to create content, guys.
No.
Well, that's inevitable.
Yeah.
Content will be created.
No, half the time we have people over, we forget
to even take a fucking picture
for social media.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, me too.
And
All right.
if you come to Charleston,
Same.
come say what's up.
You got it, man.
on, man.
All right, you guys, be safe
love
out
y'all.
there. Have fun.
Thanks so
Red
much.
Rocks.
Guys.
Talk to you soon.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Aw. Man,
Wow, man.
those 2 little sweethearts.
That's a really like, I hadn't thought of it.
What if they change their name to Little Sweethearts?
That'd be
Do you
weird.
think that it'd have the same?
That would be really weird.
They're no longer.
That's a different band, Mel.
Well, then they pitch it like we've been doing this long enough. We're no longer strangers. We're little sweethearts now.
No, I hadn't thought of that until earlier today. I was like, holy shit! It really was Little Stranger that like turned me on to hip hop.
Yeah, I was blown away when you're like, dude, because you didn't play them for me first. You showed me the video. Let go my ego. I was like, you're really, and you were like, not just like check this out. You were like stoked on it. I was like, hell yeah! Who the hell is this? And then we listened to the whole thing on the.
Well, I think the thing that got me with them was that there was a psychedelic bent to it.
Yes,
and that's what pulled me in. Like, I was like, oh, this is different. This isn't just. Look at my bitches and my chain and my hoopty and fucking whatever.
And they're out there. They couldn't even come up with somebody that they are similar to.
No.
And so, and like I said, they're on the circuit. They're seeing stuff. So it truly is a cool thing to witness success of somebody who is, or, them two that are doing something completely fresh.
Yeah.
It's not like derivative.
Mm-mm.
Maybe they have like, people.
Influences.
Yeah, influences. Thank you, babe. I couldn't have that word.
I got you.
But like, yeah, they're doing their own freaking thing and they're BFFs and they're like.
Yeah, they definitely don't hate each other yet.
No, well, I mean, I'm sure they get on each other's nerves on occasion.
Well, I bet
everybody
they do.
does.
Yeah, and they probably tell each other like, motherfucker, didn't leave me alone, Kevin, for a minute.
Yeah, right. But
John,
I don't know. I really love them, and
Me too, man.
thanks for coming back on No Simple Road. You always got a home here.
Yeah, well, it was like when we were asking about like the other thing that they have to me is it sounds like their influences are from that era of rap that was not the bitches and the like De La Soul and all like that
Beastie
kind of like
Boys,
the cool
Beck.
like we're actually got an art form. We're just not talking shit and hating on another crew. It's fucking fun.
Yeah, you don't got any beef. You just like the art form.
Yeah.
So you want to create it with the stuff that's in your head and what you're seeing.
Speaking of beef, we should order some dinner.
Yeah.
All right.
Food's good.
All right. Everybody, we will be back. That's all, folks. We'll be back on Monday with another edition of the No Simple Road Weekly Rewind. If you're new to the show, that is the three of us just hanging out. It's typically not an interview. Sometimes there's somebody here hanging out with us, but sometimes there's not.
Yeah.
Most of the times there's not.
So it's kind of a catch up of what we've been doing and what we have coming up and see what's happening.
Talking about like current events and weird shit that I find in the news and all that. Anyway, come hang out with us on Monday. We'll be back. And until then, take care of each other. Smile at a little stranger. Safety third.
Yeah. Or a little sweetheart.
Hydrate. and go take your dog to go get their nails clipped.
And be stylish AF.
That's right. We love y'all. Peace.
But it's a burden. Family needs has been deferred, and hella means been the earth, and alchemy can bring the birth, the melody of a newborn. So persistent, so resistant, so insistent, so commitment, so resilient, or haven't you learned it? No simple road. 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 My windshield is shattered as I focus through the spot in the corner that is still intact. The react is both a defense mechanism as well as a fear. We've traveled this road before, so we may think, but it's a tad bit of strange similarities that feed an A equal A complex. The fears of your past do not equal the perplexities of the current road.
Hi, this is Henry Kay, host of the #1 music history podcast, Rootsland. Come with me on a journey to Kingston, Jamaica, where we explore the world of reggae music and the untold stories of some of the genre's greatest legends. From the ghettos and tenement yards where the music was born, to the island's iconic recording studios. We are so excited to team up with Osiris Media, the leading storyteller in music, because as you'll hear, sometimes the story is the best song.